Hey. Check 1 2 1 2. It's your guy. It's Al Capone, Al Capeasy. Oh boy. I said that old boy crazy as hell. I ran up. Had to run up. I realized I was away doing something. Then I looked at the time. It was literally 2:30. I'm running running up to the mic. So yeah, I got caught up. But I'm here. Yeah, it's your guy Al Capone, Al Capeasy. Oh boy, let me get that boy out just like it's supposed to be. Welcome to another edition. Memphis Rap History. First and foremost, tomorrow is Memorial Day here in America. And, this is sending love out to everyone that, lost their lives. And, we give a memorial to the soldiers, basically. But, I twisted a little bit. And we, on Memphis Rap History, do it for our fallen soldiers in the rap game. So today, I'm going to share with you all an interview that I've been telling you about. And, hey, yeah, man, an iconic MC that I used to listen to when I was young on the radio. And he was part of the inspiration, along with listening to DJ Spanish Fly, a word. On the radio, man, catching those mixes and hearing hearing him talk, talk his talk on, from the radio club, expo/club, no name. None other than the iconic, the legendary Ray the J. And we're going to send a special RIP to our, our iconic legendary guy, Ray the J. He passed last year. And, I had to, I interviewed him maybe a couple of years before he passed. And, I was really waiting to hopefully see him in person. And, we was, going to talk some more, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So yes, this is going to be a really, really cool interview from the late, great Ray the J. And I also will, since it's Memorial Day, and I like to send love to our fallen soldiers in the Memphis rap game. Shout out to my cousin, Cocaine Wayne. Forever love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Forever gonna rep you. Cocaine Wayne from the Taylor Boys. And of course, we got so many, and I'm gonna let y'all name all the other Memphis rap legends that we want to send love out to. Any Memphis rap legend that you could think of as you watch this, man, leave a comment in the chat or leave a comment in the comment section after the live is over with and send a shout out to any of the fallen rap soldiers that y'all know that we should send a shout out to. I'm talking about like Gangsta Boo. And the list goes on. C9, Lord Infamous. The list goes on. I'm not going to name them all because I want y'all to check out the interview. This was a phone interview also. We didn't do the interview in person. The interview I'm about to show y'all with Ray the J. It's a phone interview, but, hey, it's Ray the J, man. You know what I'm saying? Ray the J. And for anybody that's not up on him, this is the perfect time to learn your history when it comes to this Memphis rap, the whole Memphis rap game. He played a pivotal role in just inspiring and, giving DJs and MCs a chance to, showcase at the clubs that he helped make popular. So please, if you don't know, this is the time to learn about this guy. And as well as we're going to make sure you learn about other people from the Memphis rap scene that you should know about. Everybody that does know, man, just prepare for a treat to listen to Ray the J. I'm going to check out my comments real quick, and then we're going to get into, before I do that, let's go to the, I got to kick the intro off. Let's kick the intro off a little something like this. It's Al Capone, Al Capeasy. Oh, boy. Hey. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, you see that new logo? Shout out to my guy Trackman. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Shout out to my guy Track Man. Hooked me up with the new logo. And yes, yeah, man, you know, the intro, I always start off laid back and I hear that intro. Next thing you know, I'm ready. I hope y'all ready because we about to get into it. I'm going to check out a couple of these chats and then we're going to get into the interview. Matter of fact, let me set this interview up like it's supposed to be set. If you don't mind. Where you at? We're going to do a little something like, where you at? Here we go. And let me check y'all out as y'all, I see y'all in that chat. Send y'all shouts out to everybody, all the, you know what I'm saying, the fallen soldiers we got in the Memphis Rap Gang. Y'all send your shouts out. Oh, yeah, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend, tell another friend to check us out right here to get this Memphis Rap History. The only way you're going to get it from your guy Al Capone, Al Capizzi, old boy, one of the pioneers. Get your Memphis Rap History here. Like, subscribe. Turn me up. You dig? All right, so let me get this ready. Then I'm going to check out some of the comments. And then we're going to get right to it. Or do I want to do it like that? Do I want to do it like this? Or do I want to do it like that? Like this or like that? Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. All right, check this out. Let me check out the comments. All right, Twan, what's up, man? You was the first one here. Shout out to you, my guy. Let's see. Dad, my guy out in Botswana, Africa. Man, appreciate you always tuning in. Twan, everybody that tune in every week to check me out, I appreciate y'all. Tennessee Takeover, what it do? You know what it is. Yes, sir. 666 Soldier, what's up? Over across the pond, what's up with you, man? You know what I'm talking about? UK representing. It's all love. So right now, I'm not gonna take too long. And thank y'all for keep sending them shouts out. Shout out to everybody, all our fallen soldiers from the Memphis Rap Game. You know, we got so many, we got quite a few, and you know, let's send some memorial love out to them. As y'all watch this interview again, send memorial love. Yeah, First Degree, Tennessee Takeover. Thank you. We just lost our homie, First Degree, this year, about a month or so ago. So sending a big shout out to First Degree, talented rapper, talented producer, was always down with the Alcatraz Syndicate. So we're gonna send love out to him. R.I.P. We're gonna remember all of them right now. This is a memorial to all our fallen soldiers. So make sure y'all send a shout out to everybody that you could think of. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Our Memphis Rap Fallen Soldiers. This is the memorial show for y'all. And then we're going to show this interview with our guy, Ray the J. All right, let's see. I'm going to get, okay. Tall D, what's up? OG Chevy Rider, what's poppin', man? Let's get to it. All right, we're going to hit it. Let me hit this button. Boom. And let me,
Yeah, it's your boy Al Capone, Al Capizzi.
Hold on. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, man. I'm just going to go.
Yeah, it's your boy Al Capone, Al Capizzi. Oh boy, and I have on the line, man, one of the greats to ever grace the mic. You know what I'm saying? He's not a rapper, but he's a MC to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you heard that. Welcome, Mr. Ray the J.
What's up, Al Capizzi? You know, we call it Memphis legendary nightclub entertainer. That's how I threw it all together. And comedian.
Dig that.
What's up, Al?
Man, everything gravy, baby. Everything gravy. So I guess the first thing is I'm going to tell you my recollection. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was living in the Lamar Terrace at the time. And I was too young to get into the expo. But I used to hear on live on the radio when you all broadcast, and I got a chance to enjoy mixes by DJ Spanish Fly and MCing by Mr. Ray the J. So that's my introduction to Ray the J, that dynamic voice, the ugly ladies, the parking lot, and just all of that good stuff. But take me back to when did you first get into that whole nightclub scene? You in college, you doing this in college, you doing radio and everything. How did you end up in the in the hoods and the clubs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right quick, Al. Hey man, it's a funny story, man. So I'm up in the dorm and the phone ring. I say hello. He said, yes, this is Mr. Serefti and from WMC from FM 100, and we like to know if you be interested in a job. I said, yeah, I'd be interested. Now, you remember that I told you that I used to dress up all the time. So I throw on a suit. I go up to WMC and I get into an interview. And guess who was in the interview? Ron Olson. He was the program director at the time at FM 100.
FM 100.
That's the first time I
Wow.
met him. And then I was always telling jokes. I was a jokester, you know. I was actually comedy, and I had him laughing. So the director, director of the WMC television news had me in his office laughing for an hour. But anyway, make a long story short, I passed that interview, and then they called me back for a second interview, and it was Ron Olson who had hired me. And I was doing radio news, but you know, FM 100 was a rock station, and
Exactly.
AM 79 was a country station. But I was doing like, you know, go out to Kingsford, you know, and you know when they had a fire at Kingsford. But I would always open my show. News and information continues from WMC Memphis. I'm Ray Neely, and here's what's happening today. And man, they loved it. Opening. Oh, white lady be calling, Ray, are you black? Sometimes I would actually go to WMC late at night. I wouldn't say much, but you know, like if somebody didn't show up. That third class radio broadcasting, Element 9, it allowed me to be at the radio station, you know, all night by myself, but they wouldn't have to have an engineer there. So it cut their costs, you know. So I can go in late night and do WMC with nobody have to be at the station by myself because I knew how to read the transmitter. Well, I always been a mathematician, you know. So that's why. So here's how I got into the nightclub business.
You went from college radio to a rock radio station,
Okay,
rock
now,
and country.
Here's what happened. You remember I told you I sold them Kirby vacuum cleaners when I got
But
back?
you the king of the hood, you hear me?
Let me tell you how I have. You remember I told you I sold Kirby vacuum cleaners? I went door to door selling books down in Tyler, Texas. See, let me tell you what happened. I was in the dorm, Al, and after being in the dorm for a whole 2 semesters, then it was time for me to, I was going to have to go back to Little Rock because I was only making $5 an hour at WMC, okay? $5 an hour is all I was making. For 20 hours a week, that was just $100 a week. And it wasn't enough for me to live in Memphis unless I was staying in a dorm, you hear me? Now, the dorm closed. And that wasn't going to open. So that summer, I was going to have to go back to Memphis. But they go back to Little Rock. But they come with this thing saying if you sell books door to door, you can save over $3,000 during your summer vacation. So I go drive to Nashville. You know, I had a car. Wasn't no wood. It wasn't no good. And so I drive to Nashville in the wood. And they taught me how to sell books door to door. And I go down to Tyler, Texas, Rose Garden Carpet of the World. I sold $16,000 worth of books in 13 weeks. I went on the radio down there and was doing radio commercials on their local stations. You know, what do you do with your child? Swallow a bottle of aspirin. Miss Jones, you can read this Bible without your glasses. I was selling Bibles and quick reference books, and, you know, and what's going to be on the ACT and everything. To make a long story short, I come back to Memphis and I went to Bud Davis Cadillac. And you had to have a specific goal. Please don't start that right now, because don't start that right now. I'm doing a live radio promotion. I just moved. Anyway, so what happened here is a funny story. So when I get back to Memphis, you had to have a specific goal out there on the book field. I wanted to get a white Coupe de Ville with red interior. I went to Bud Davis and told him the story like I just told me. Without a co-signer, they let me get that white Coupe. I had $8,000 I had put in Tennessee Bank for selling books. And that's how I got the car. With that car, white Coupe de Ville with red interior. Then I started DJing all of the fraternities and sorority parties. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then while I was in college, well, one day I come there, got with Will Smith as an area distributor. I had my own office. I was hiring people out to help me. And the secretary.
And we are not talking about the Fresh Prince.
I'm going to get to you right now. The secretary was having her birthday. Her husband was was going to be in his band, and it was called Uh, it's where the all night disco was going to be on Bellevue. And I went down there, and Dad Roberts, this old white boy that was an area distributor, got into it with Bob Newman. That's the white boy with the white hair from Hawaii. And Dad said, "Well, I sell my half of the club to Ray Neely, because I used to carry, I used to wear a suit with them Stacey Adams and carry a briefcase full of money. You know how we did it back then." And
Mm-hmm.
he said he would sell me his half of the club. And it was right there on Bellevue. I said, he said, "Well,
Bellevue and Macklemore. Is that Bellevue and Macklemore?
before you get to Macklemore, it was at Bellevue and right there on the other
Cause
side
I
of South Parkway.
yeah, cause I
You
do
know where that
remember.
liquor store be right there on South Parkway in Bellevue?
Yeah,
Right there on the other side of it, it used to be a little old club, and it was a white club. But anyway, don't let me
gotcha.
get into that because that'll make this go. I'm going fast as
Yeah.
I can, Al.
No, no,
And
no, no.
so
You
to make
good. You good. You good.
okay, to make a long story short, I wound up buying. Dad wanted $10,000. I had 5,000 on me in the briefcase. I gave him 5,000 and sold me half of the club with Bob Newman. Well, the club wasn't doing no good as a white club with a band. That's why they were having trouble. But Bob Newman, he was almost like a black guy. He wasn't black, he wasn't white, he was bright. That's what I do when they get, when they wiggers, But anyway, to make a long story short, Bob took, I was still doing news. News and information continues from WOC Memphis. But now I got a club. Well, I had a partner named Ricky Strickland. You ever heard of him? Ricky Strickland used to sing with the mob band. He was a local singer there.
Yeah, I
Okay,
remember
well,
that
he was
name.
my partner. He was from Memphis, Arkansas. I'm from Little Rock, but we had the same coach. His coach that left Memphis when we won the state championship. Anyway, he was my partner. He would ride around me in the Cadillac, man. But he would sing songs better than the people on the radio could. He could sing Maze better than Maze, man.
Mm.
So when I was riding around, so when I go to Bob, I say, "Bob, we need to turn this into a black nightclub and call it the All Night Disco. It'll be the first all night club." So we used to have to leave the club and go over, Hawaii now. What's the club used to be right there by Hawaii now, sitting up there on the hill? Uh, Anyway, you were too young, probably. You know about that.
Yeah, I was say I don't remember that. I don't
Okay,
remember that.
they didn't even have an all night club in Memphis. Everything closed at 2 or 3 o'clock. We're gonna call it the all night disco. We're gonna let it stay open until like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, at least till the sun come up every morning. He said, "Oh, really?" And see, it was this dude named Nokia T, and he was with and Tommy Lee. They was with Isaac Hayes before Isaac Hayes died, right? So
Okay.
they were gonna put them in the band, and I was gonna get my partner Strick, which I called a Strickland. His name Ricky Strickland. Put him in the band. I was gonna name it the Mob Band. So it was gonna be the all night disco with the Mob Band. Now, mind you, now I was hiring a DJ. But every time I would hire a DJ and I tell a DJ, to promote like Wednesday night we're gonna do this in club promotion. Thursday night, they wouldn't do it, right? So what happened was I had started going up in between the sets and telling the people, "Hey, y'all don't forget Wednesday night we're gonna do this, Thursday night, Wednesday night, late at night, whatever was going on, Friday night,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get the DJs to do it over the music. They kept talking about this is Michael Jackson and this is Prince and. And so one night I had hired this girl named Dirty Red, and Dirty Red didn't show up. And I had to go up there and DJ myself. And make a long story short, in between the breaks, also I started jamming so hard, man, the people started loving it. You hear me? Now I can do my
Mm-hmm.
promotions. The band could play when the band go on break. Then here come Ray J packing it out. And when the band quit, then I would go up and keep that party going all the way to 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. People would be
Okay.
walking out and the sun be up. And I mean, they be still paying. It wasn't $5 to get in, but they be paying $5 to get in there like at 4 o'clock in the morning. You hear me?
So you
And
you
so,
were a DJ as well, what a lot of people don't know.
right. So to make a long story, so the next commercial I did, I put my name, Ray J, on there, and then Ricky Strickland, which was my partner, he wanted his name on the radio too.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
put Ricky Strickland and the Mob Band, like Frank and Beverly and Mays. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
make a long story short, it hit, and we packed out. And that's how I got to the nightclub. And I'm still doing news and information continue, but now I'm packing out. Packed out so hard, Al, that they wanted to put me in a double income bracket. I had just got out of college. They wanted half of my income in taxes.
Damn.
So after about doing about maybe 2 years, it was the Golden Nugget. That used to be the name of the club before I turned into the all night disco. And the white boy, Dad, he wanted back in. Hal Burns, who owned the building. Yeah, they wanted back in. They wanted to buy me out. You know, everybody starts coming back on the club back. Now that I got it back out.
How do you? Hey, you
Yeah,
got it popping
yeah.
now.
So what I
They
did
want
is
in.
the lady from the IRS told me if I left Memphis, since I wasn't from here originally, and went down to New Orleans or somewhere, you know, I went to New Orleans, and say go for 6 months, I come back, I would no longer be in a double income bracket, you know,
Oh,
and that's what I
wow.
did. I had two, I had a $20,500 is what I had saved. So I give my mama the 500. And then
Yeah.
I go pick up my partner Kiki and Gary. We go down to Kiki's family stay down there. We go to New Orleans. Now I was at this club called the Bottom Line down there for 11 months, right? So you know how
Mm-hmm.
Memphis is, man. You got to get back to Memphis, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
finally come back to Memphis. I'm at the dog track. I had just lost all my money, my last $30. I still had the white suit to bill, still had a suit on, still had on this station, but I was flat broke. And then this
Mm.
little dude told me, he said, hey man, this little dude I named him Richard Rich, the poor little rich guy. You know, I used to get the Blues Brothers. I made the Blues Brothers. I used to get folks' names at the club. He said, man, Bob Newman looking all over you. He got a club over there on Elvis Presley and Range Road. And they got CJ. K97 got a party with CJ's across the street. They won't even let him advertise. And he told me, if I made the day, he won't have to advertise. And that's how I left the dog track with just enough gas to get to Bob Newman.
Damn.
As soon as I walked in, he said, Ray J. He said, man, what are you doing now? Well, I was working at this station called WMQM. It was in the Mid-City building. You know, I was selling, you know, I was doing radio commercials, you know, ABC Carpet. It's ABC, you know, since I got back from New Orleans. You know, that was my regular
Yeah.
job, you know. I wasn't making
Mm-hmm.
no money. And boss, I give you 3 times whatever you're making right now to come to work for me. He said, I'm gonna pay you up front right now.
Damn.
so,
Damn.
hey, yeah, he just bought him a DJ. You know how we was out. So on the side of the building, they had this Rolls Royce painted on the side of the building, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the Rolls Royce, I said, I tell you, he was telling me about how K97 would let him advertise because they had a party across the street at CJ's with Khaki Jacks. And that, and, you know, I said, well, I tell you what we're gonna do. I come with the slogan, Maximilia, the club with class for you, the people with class. And the only way you could get it Maximilian, you couldn't wear tennis shoes there. No tennis shoes, no baseball cap. You had to dress up like you was going out club old school, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we walked CJ's out with no radio advertising, right? And so I
Damn.
told Bob, I said, now look, when we bust 1,000 people, I want you to give everybody in here $1 raise. That's the waitresses, Miss Ellis, laid on the door, everybody. And then, I put a charge on it. And 3 weeks later, we busted 1,000 people. 3 weeks after that, CJ shut down and put the lock on the market right there.
Wow.
And let me tell you what happened then. Uh, I ain't gonna call his name. Anyway, dude who Bob had bought the club from had a balloon payment. Bob made the balloon payment, but the insurance was still in the name. Man, look, we used to have a yak in the back. You know how we used to do the yak at the back. Then my partner, $1 billion bill, he was my roommate in college. That man, him over there at the bartender. But to make a long story short, we come over that hill. I had 2 Lincolns, a Mark 4 and a Mark 5. We used to have a yak in the back in the Lincolns, right? Man, we
Mm-hmm.
couldn't even see my car, man. It was number 5. It was the hottest, loudest, tallest fire ever saw. Dude burnt the club up, man.
Damn.
It was right before Thanksgiving. So we had to go down to man, what's that Macklemore? What's that club used to be on Macklemore? They had closed down and everything. And anyway, I had to take my people down there just for the holiday because we had nowhere to go. Like 2 weeks, maybe 1 week before
So
Thanksgiving, man.
somebody burned down the Maximilian?
Burnt the Maximilian down to the ground, man. Right when I
Damn.
was packing it out. You know how them gangsters were back then, man. And so
Oh.
I worked there at I can't think of the name of it. I don't want to hold up with the name, but it was on Macklemore. I'll think of it in a minute. And I worked there throughout the holidays. People still came out, but the club was so raggedy, man. And it's a church now, but back then. And so after that, this dude named Sir Charles Allen. He used to be right there up there. He was the first black P I ever saw in my life, but he put up Sir Charles Place. It was on Third Street, right up there where Mr. B's used to be. And he hired me to come and work at Sir Charles Palace. And about 3 months after I worked at Sir Charles Palace, Bob Newman called me. He said, Ray, I got us a club. I say, where's that? He says that 4069 Lamar. Come on down there. I want you to see what we gonna name it. And that's when we coming to the door today.
But okay, because the expo had closed down at that point,
Expo had
and
closed down, and Bob
gotcha.
Newman, yeah, and Bud Chittum and Bobby Towers had bought the club, and Bob Newman told them they could find me. They could find me. That's how he got half in on the club.
I see. Okay. So now, okay, now I see how you end up at some point, being the king of the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? You
Okay,
even though you was smarter than the average bear, you still was
okay. Now here's the deal. Here,
connected.
it's
You
always
was
been
still
my
connected.
It's always been about vision, Al. To make a party is to include everybody in it. This is what me and Sonny D didn't see eye to eye. You know that, Al. If you show up at a club where I'm at, I'm going to insist that you get on the mic.
Yep.
I'm going to pass that mic to anybody in the house who feel like they got talent. Well, I
Yep.
had locked the market down for 10 years, you know, before the rap really came in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so by the time y'all came in, I was already king of the nightclub business, okay?
Exactly.
I had it on
Exactly.
lock. I could have just, but see, here's the deal. The club owners were scared to go from disco to rap, thinking people were going to stop coming.
Mm.
And they wouldn't play the rap in the club. They wouldn't play the rap on the radio. How in the hell is y'all going to hit? So I was
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with one of the little rappers. I can't even think of which one it was. It was like an off night. And this DJ had promised me he was going to play his record. And then we get over there. Man, dude, when he ain't play his record, man. I said, you know what? You know me, I'm crazy, Al. I said, but now
Mm-hmm.
on, any local rapper that bring me his rapper, I don't care good, bad, whether he got a name or not. I won't play it. Now, if it ain't no good, I'm gonna talk about it. But if it's
Yeah.
some good, he gonna get airplay. And
Yeah.
you was one of them. You get on the street.
Yep.
Back then, you knew if you got a fitted product, all you had to do was get the Rated J. I don't care who you were, whether you were Juicy J. It wouldn't have been no Juicy J, DJ Squeak, and Al. Rated J cannot take credit for your talent or your success, but he damn sure gave you a platform
You
for people to
definitely.
hear
Yeah.
your music.
No question. No question. You definitely. And I would like to add, as one of the rappers at the time, it was an absolute honor. You know what I'm saying, to even have somebody like Rated J to be as inclusive as you were, and with open arms, and actually did, what I'm saying, show us some love. It was, you were Rated J. Like I said, I used to listen to you on the radio. So when the time came to actually meet you in person, and you know what I'm saying, you always show love, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying, for long as I'm here, I'm always gonna show my love back, because you showed that love, and we looked up to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and you didn't have to, but you did, and I always appreciated it.
And I always saw you as an established artist. An established artist is someone who already had their shit together, who already had their music tight as frog pussy. You hear me? Who already was doing the right thing, but you just needed that break. And man, let
Yeah,
me tell you something. I didn't see no reason why I shouldn't give you the break. And
yeah.
I actually could not process why other DJs wouldn't play the rap music, man. I thought I was
Mm-hmm.
utterly appalled. Here's what I thought. If we in here doing a party, the more people included in the party is going to be the more fun that we're going to have, right? Whether you do
True.
good or bad. Squeaking them or y'all would, I ain't never even heard the record. I ain't break the years I don't got, but I'm going to put it out right now. I ain't going to make you wait till the end of the last record of the show. I'm going to stop with a
Yeah.
packed dance floor. We're going to put this record on now. Now, what would that do? That would motivate you to go on to the basement, Squeaky's bedroom house, or whatever, and do them songs. But Al,
Mm-hmm.
you have always been the most professional of all of them. That's why I always had a connection with you, Al. And you still holding it down. While everybody else went all over doing a whole lot of things, you are what I call one of the pioneers of Memphis gangster rap. You are Al Capone. And you've always been steady. You never complain. And that's why you are my hero.
Hey, man, I appreciate the love on everything.
Hold on, hold on. I gotta
appreciate the
pause.
love.
I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Twan would ask, how did he pass? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. What really happened, But yeah, R.I.P. to him. And for everybody that's just tuning in, catching some of this Raider J interview, the late great Raider J, he passed last year, and this whole show is dedicated to all our Memphis rap legends that we lost, that passed away. Because tomorrow here in America is a Memorial Day, and I think 666 Soldier was telling me about the Memorial Day out there in UK. And what'd you say? They celebrate theirs in the November the 11th of November. So hey, never knew that. But yeah, for sure. Appreciate you putting us up on game. What's going on in the UK? But yeah, here in America tomorrow is Memorial Day, so this show is gonna be dedicated to all our fallen soldiers. Be sure to leave it in the comments or leave it in the chat and let us know some of the fallen soldiers, Memphis rap fallen soldiers that we should be saluting to. You know what I'm saying? Big salute, R.I.P. and show love to all the Memphis rap fallen soldiers. I mentioned my cousin Cocaine Wayne from the Taylor Boys earlier. First Degree, my homie First Degree just passed a couple of months ago. Money But Naked, shout out to him. He played a huge part in helping with the Taylor Boys and what his whole thing that he had going on. C9, he was a part of my crew at one point, and then he was a part of Tommy Wright III at one point, so R.I.P. to C9. I know we mentioned Gangsta Boo, we mentioned Lord Infamous, K-Rock. Man, y'all get in the comments, man. Name some more people. I know, when it's time to name people, it's so many people to name, it's hard to remember everybody. So I'm relying on y'all to leave it in the comment and leave it in the comments and in the chat and let us know some of the Memphis Rap Fallen Soldiers that hasn't been named yet. Leave it in the chat, leave it in the comment. Also, be sure to like and be sure to subscribe if you hadn't subscribed. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like and tell a friend, tell another friend that wants to know more about this Memphis rap history. Tune in, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to give it to you, whether I'm giving you good game or whether I'm doing an interview with somebody and giving you good game, or whether it's my homies in the that's a part of my Memphis rap history community now that kick it with me every week in the chats. Shout out to y'all because y'all be adding on to the game. So I appreciate y'all adding on to the game. There's nothing but love. So 666, you said, what's up about Lord and Coop? Yeah, that's a Coop. Thank you, 666, just for even bringing it up. R.I.P. to Cooster. But you said Coop's death is they were about to enter sack. Man, you sure ain't lying. You sure ain't lying, man. They were. Real talk. So, yeah, man. D-Triz, nigga, you a fool, though. I saw what you said about, but you right. A Memphis movie about the rap history of a movie, and you were like directed by Scorsese and Joe Pesci. Man, you said Joe Pesci, man, playing Elvis, man. You a fool for that, man. But yeah, again, send a shout out. I need y'all to leave it in the comments, leave it in the chats. Everybody that we haven't named yet, because there's so many. Princess Loco, R.I.P. to Princess Loco. Oh man, it's so many. I should have just wrote the list down, but hey, that's what I got y'all here for. So y'all can leave it in the comments. We're gonna remember our Memphis Rap Fallen Soldiers right here. Leave it in the comments, leave it in the chats. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And I'm going to get back to the interview with the late, great Raider J, man. The late, great Raider J. I did an interview with him 2 years before he passed. And this is actually my first time playing the interview. And it's only fitting to do it the day before Memorial Day. Lil Ramsey, see, they want to talk about OG. Thank you, OG Chevy Rider. I need y'all to do that. 666, yeah. Lil Ramsey, thank y'all. That's what I need. That's what I need. Put some more in there, man. Put some more in there that I ain't thinking about, and I'll come back after the interview and we'll start shouting them out. And let's get back to the interview with the late great Raider J. And for those that don't know Raider J, real quick, Raider J was a pivotal MC in the Memphis rap club scene. He was there when DJ Spanish Fly got started, and he just did so much as far as just promoting and MCing and working with different rappers and giving us platforms and all that good stuff. So this is a perfect time to salute him and again the rest of the fallen soldiers. So we're gonna get back to the interview. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Let me see if I can do it without going back too far. Here we go.
All of them. That's why I always had a connection with you, Al. And you still holding it down. While everybody else went all over doing a whole lot of things, you are what I call one of the pioneers of Memphis gangster rap. You are Al Capone. And you've always been steady. You never complain.
Twan, you are absolutely right. I had to stop it, man. They might say young dog. No doubt. R.I.P. to Flipper. Yeah, that part. Name some more, man. Put them in there, and I'll come back and we're gonna talk about them. Put them in there. Who else? From the Memphis rap scene that are no longer here with us that we need to send a shout out? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments, and let's show some love. All right, let's get back to Ray J, the late great Ray J.
If we in here doing a party, the more people included in the party, it's going to be the more fun that we're going to have, right? Whether you do
True.
good or bad. Squeaking them or y'all would, I ain't never even heard the record. I ain't break 3 radios, I don't got, but I'm going to put it out right now. I ain't going to make you wait till the end, the last record of the show. I'm going to stop. What a packed dance floor. We're going to put this record on now. Now, what would that do? That would motivate you to go on to the basement, Squeaky's bedroom house, or whatever, and do them songs. But, Al, you have always been the most professional of all of them. That's why I always had a connection with you, Al. And you still holding it down. While everybody else went all over doing a whole lot of things, you are what I call one of the pioneers of Memphis gangster rap. You are Al Capone. And you've always been steady. You never complain. And that's why you are my hero.
Hey man, I appreciate the love on everything, man. I appreciate the love. But hey, so I think I am where you let me know how you got in and what transitioned you to, you know what I'm saying, to where the disco club kind of went more into hip hop. I see where Sonny D you started with Al the Bandit, then Sonny D came from Chicago, and then Spanish Fly ended up coming in. And when Sonny D left, Spanish Fly.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Because here's the part I didn't put in. Because my story is so extravagant that I leave out a lot. They had this show called the Arsenio Hall Show. I got a degree in radio, TV, and film. That means I could write and produce radio and TV commercials. At that time, wasn't no DJs or nobody really doing television commercials for nightclubs. But I told them white boys, I said, well, look, they told me Thursday night wouldn't hit. Well, me and my partner, $1 billion bill, I said, man, I can get any night to hit. They said, no, Thursday won't hit. So we rented Thursday night. And it was these girls called Make the Nasty Girls. They had a song out, Make You the Nasty Girl. Well, we had the Teeny Weeny Bikini Contest on Wednesday night. It was always a tie. Sunday night, the Golden Chappelle Bikini Contest. But we didn't have a contest for Thursday night. The weekend was taking care of themselves. So Thursday night, I come with the nasty couple contest. That's where it was men and women, dancing. And it was always a tie. And Al, you do I know time till the girl got naked. So once they started booming the Thursday night, me and Bill was in the club. He was the bartender. Then they let me do a television commercial where I was doing the Arsenio Hall Show. And that's when I told you I put the gangster walk and all that. And we ran it 2 nights a week. 2 times on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night, 3 nights a week, the television, and it went over real big. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but keep going.
No. That's all good. So when you start seeing Memphis rap developing, what was your thoughts at the time outside of the the things you did to help support
Well, here's
us?
the deal, man. I was a big fan of y'all's. I thought the work that y'all was. I never knew it was gonna blow up with 3-6 and go get Emmys awards and all that. But I just thought that music y'all was doing was, to me, man, that shit was dope, man. And I just really liked it myself. And you know what I wanted to do, which is what y'all did. I got each one of y'all a lyrical drive-by, Skinny, pimp, walking with a
I'm the
gangster,
gangster.
lyrics of a pimp. I wanted all of y'all to have a single, to push that
Mm-hmm.
single, and then, man, I used to play. I ain't lying, Al. I would play more local rap than I would
Mm-hmm.
Too Short and them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was working. I always wanted to dance floor. I played top 40. Whatever the top 40 was, I was like a $2 hoe. I will play whatever record that go back that floor, that's what I played. So when I
Yeah.
put your record on air and them people reacted to it positive, that's all I needed to play it every night. And when I say every night, Al, I'm gonna play it every night.
Oh yeah, I still remember. Actually, DJ Squeaky is the first person that told me to come to the club. He was DJing at Studio G at the time,
Yeah, that's what I meant, quick.
and yeah, and he told me to come to the club and see how the people were reacting to Lyrical Drive-By. And when I didn't believe it until I saw it, and it blew my mind. I was like, "Holy man, what the
And
hell?"
I'm glad you mentioned that because it's a funny story about how I met Squeaky. It was this dude. Muhammad Ali left this club. Well, it was
It
a
was the Muhammad Ali Theater. It was. I know what you're talking about.
right, and he gave it to this dude named George Miller. He was a black dude, and he was pro-black. Pro-black meaning part of the movement, black movement, all that, right? That's
I
why
didn't know
Muhammad.
that.
Well, he had the club as a teeny bop club because couldn't nobody hit in the city of Memphis for over 10 years but me. Even the radio station would have to go down in Mississippi on the outskirts of the city just to do parties. Wasn't nobody trying to run up under me on the weekend. You hear me? And what happened was, I don't know whether I got the big head egotistical, but I believe them white boys got a little too complacent or taking me for granted. But George Miller called me and said that they had snatched him. He couldn't do the teenage thing no more. He was having to go into the 18 and over, for his to keep the place Muhammad Ali had gave him. And what I
Mm-hmm.
come to
Hold on,
work for
hold on,
him.
hold on, Ray J. You said Muhammad Ali gave because
Muhammad
it was.
Ali
I
gave
think
this to George Miller. It was called Muhammad Ali's Theater Cinema. And he
yes.
gave the building to George Miller. George Miller dead now, but he wasn't
Wow,
dead.
come on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah. That 380 bill, that's the name of it. That's what the Studio G was.
And Muhammad Ali gave that. That. Come
That's
on,
why
are
they
you
never
serious?
made it part of Bill Street. They used to cut it off right there because Muhammad Ali gave him that cinema. And it was a movie theater, but the money went out the movie theater. George Miller opened it up as a teeny bop club, a teenage club. And now they snatched it where he couldn't do the teenage club, and he called me. And he asked me, man, when I come help you. And you know what I told him? Hell yeah, I come help you. So I quit the no name. I went down
So
there to help George Miller retain that building Muhammad Ali gave him. They had also had put up the first black hotel in Memphis at that time. And he put me up at that hotel right across the street from Studio B. But that's something else. So I get there, and I had to get me a DJ. Because I didn't quit. Son, I done left Sonny D back there, DJing, and I'm going on to 380 bills. Got into it with the white boy, probably for more money when I want to make a move. And George Miller,
don't
huh?
don't you mean Spanish Fly? You said you left Sonny D. Was it
Well,
Spanish
everybody
Fly
did
still?
Spanish Fly. Whoever about DJ. No, Spanish Fly, well, I don't know. I don't know. My mind can't go back. I don't know which one it was. They both with
I
me so
think you
long.
said Sonny D had left and then Spanish Fly took
Well,
over.
at one time I had both of them, so both of them might have still been there. Because this was back in the day. Both of them might have still been there. I went to help George Miller. And when I went and got on stage, uh, man, I had 3 DJs that were walked out. I mean, they got up there mixing. You couldn't make no mistakes doing my stuff. Now, Al, I'm a perfectionist. I didn't just happen to be Ray J. I'm a man of detail. When it came to that music, then people didn't know what it was, but they knew my show was professional. I didn't make no
Mm-hmm.
mistakes. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't cuss 3 DJs all the way out. Threw them off the stage. And here comes the fourth DJ, a little bald head, stocking little motherfucker. Looked like he had just got out of college. And guess who it was?
Who?
Squeaky. He was still in high school. Look here. Man,
You
DJ
sure he was
Squeaky
bald
came
head or
up
did
and
he
got
have a
on the
curl?
turntable, man. Man, when I tell you that young man turned that thing out, man, I was so proud and happy for him. And look at him. I don't know if he was shaking his skin, but he should have been. Because I had verbally put the other 3 DJs out of my game. You hear me? They just wasn't on
Mm-hmm.
my level. But DJ turned out, and so while I was at Studio G, DJ was Squeaky was my DJ. So was I DJing there with Squeaky when you came through?
Yeah, and you just said something else when you said the Studio G was a teeny bopper club at first. That's the first club I used to go to as a teenager, and it used to be a lot of the prep the prep guys in high school. They used to be there a lot, and I stayed in Lamar Terrace, so we used to walk down there. But we was in high school, and like you said, it was a teeny bopper club. But then it eventually, I guess when you got there, you know what I'm saying, it was 18 and up, and I eventually was old enough to get in the actual Studio G after it was a teeny bopper club. I'm just saying that to say I totally, I remember it being a teeny bopper club, but then I'm gonna take you all the way back when I was a kid. My auntie. The first movie I ever went to was at the Muhammad Ali Theater as a kid. My auntie took me there. So by the time I became a teenager and I went there, I always remember going there as a kid to actually watch a movie at the Muhammad Ali Theater. So I saw each stage of it. I saw the theater stage literally with my eyes. I saw the teenage stage when it was just a teenage club. Then I saw it become 18 and older and become the Studio G that we all end up knowing.
Well, man, look here, let me tell you something, man. Y'all, let me tell you something. I can only take credit for giving you a platform to hear, get the music heard. To me, man, I was a fan of all the local Memphis music, but I was a Memphis. I was a Memphian.
Yes, no question, no question.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
can't
mean,
tell nobody else otherwise. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So when y'all decided to make that music, and that music to me was good, I had no idea it was gonna be good to the whole world like it is now. But
Yeah.
man, let me tell you something, Al. Throughout your whole career, man, and I'm not just saying it to blow smoke up your ass, because I blow the smoke up your ass when my jaws be so big, look like a bulldog jaws with the mouth. You know, if you old enough to know what the mouth was. But look here, man, you always kept it 100, Al. Always kept it 100 with everybody. You always had a spotless reputation in this game. You had a spotless reputation in Memphis. And if whatever you are out to do, whatever endeavor you're on right now, will always be a part of it. Because everything we're saying, this is the untold true story of the Memphis nightclub business and the way that the gangster rap and the hip hop came to Memphis, man.
Well, listen, man, you hit me with some beautiful jewels, and you filled in a lot of gaps on, just again, I'm just documenting, for my podcast, I'm just documenting these different stories to kind of make sure people understand the foundation, the people that, we're in a time now where the rappers that's hot now, the younger rappers that are hot now, and the art and the fans that listen to them, they probably only can recollect the last 5 years, maybe 10 years, but it goes back way before then. And I want to be able to educate and say, hey, it's huge now, but these are some of the people that paved the way and laid down the foundation for this to grow into this huge house that has become a world, has become big all over the world, and a lot of the young artists are able to get paid off of it in a way that we didn't get a chance to because it was no internet. Number one,
Well,
and
I can't do this, Al, without telling you it's two incidents that really blew my career up. I thought I was big when I was at the No Name, but Jerry Lawler called me one time, and I was kicking it with downtown Jackson Brown and Sweet Georgia Brown, and he wanted me to do to be on wrestling, okay? And so I didn't know wrestling was that big. But when Jerry Lawler said that he wanted to raise his attendance, on wrestling, you know what I mean? At the Coliseum on Monday night, he said he called you Ready J because he wanted to raise his attendance, okay? So what I did was I kicked it with downtown Jackson Brown the night before, and that Saturday, when he went to work, come on, man, go down here with me. What I had on this $1,700 smoking jacket. They had just come out with them driving gloves, the can with the knuckles out and all that.
mm-hmm.
I get on wrestling, and downtown Jackson Brown gets into it with the Dirty White Boy every time. The Dirty White Boy knock him down. Well, they gave the match at downtown to the Dirty White Boy, and I told I said
Now,
no. Uh,
hold up. When you said downtown Jackson Brown, I'm thinking about the DJ on Magic 101.
no,
You're
no,
not
no,
talking
no.
about.
This was a wrestler. I'm gonna send you a
Okay.
picture of him when we get through talking.
Okay.
Okay, and then and a video. But look, make a long story short, it was Saturday morning on wrestling. I'm down there with the man, and I made made the referee change the decision from the Dirty White Boy winning to downtown Jackson Brown. Hold on, I done got the back with Jerry Lawler now, and they made them change the decision, and then they say special referee at the Coliseum Monday night is Ray J. They had me as a special referee at the Coliseum. ALW old enough then. So back then they had a thing called British Knights. You remember the British Knights used to look like a referee outfit? Had the striped pants, the striped
Mm-hmm.
top, and then had I wore a Rolex watch and my gold back then. You know how we want to go, and everything, and went on stage as the referee. Now me and downtown Jackson Brown and Sweet Georgia Brown, who looked just like Janet Jackson, come out the dressing room doing the gangster walk
Oh, wow.
to Trigger Man.
Damn.
And then I went on, and every time downtown, the Dirty White Boy tried to hit downtown Jackson Brown, I throw my elbow up and block the blow. You hear me? And then I thought count Dirty White Boy out. So to make a long story short, with me being a referee, Dirty White Boy lost downtown Jackson Brown won, and Jerry Lawler said the attendance went up 2,500 people. Well,
Wow.
I'm talking about my popularity at that point. I thought I was big as Ray J, the club no name. But man, I'd be way out in Germantown, and I hear a white boy back there frying hamburgers, hollering, "Wow, it's Ray J!"
Damn.
So here's the next
The
thing.
wrestling. So the wrestling took it. The wrestling took your popularity to a different
whole
different
nother level. And then when I did that TV commercial, and look here. But now listen. Jerry Lawler tried to get me to change my career, be on wrestling, but I was making more money doing that locally. Plus, I couldn't let my people down there like my DJing, right? So
Yeah.
finally, here come Larry B called me, LB called me from Las Vegas. He said, Ray, we down here looking at this club, man. If we was to come back in Memphis and build a club, based on like the one that we're looking at right here in Las Vegas, would you come to work for us? I said, well, I don't know how much you're going to pay me. He said, how much you going to charge me? I said, well, I'm making $750 a night, so I ain't never made $1,000 a night. He said, we'll pay you $1,050 a night. I said, well, that's the deal. And ALB come to town, they start building Mr. B's. Mr. B's, Mr. B's, Mr. B, B, B. And so, sure enough, Don Coburn had took me up there, and he was showing me, he said, man, I took this diamond ring, this pickup truck, and the money you made for me at the No Name for a whole year, and I just bought this property, and he built the Legends and put it down there, right? And this is the same time the Mr. B's come in, they building on Mr. B's. I already told him when they get it ready, I'm coming. You hear me? So Don, he said he got drunk for that wild turkey one night. He said it's the worst mistake he ever made in his life. It's the white boy who owned. He was the coolest one we ever worked for. He used to own Southern Motors. That's how we was always driving the new Mercedes and Jaguars, anything we wanted. He was really the coolest, but he got drunk in that. So Fly called me one night. He was about to cry. It was a Friday night. I said, what's wrong, Fly? He said, man, they came out here and took some of the speakers out of our club, talking about the No Name, and took them over to the Legends, for some band coming in. He got us sounding Mickey Mouse. Well, now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about Ray J. One thing I ain't finna try to be, and that's sounding Mickey Mouse. And when he say, man, they got us sounding Mickey Mouse out, I'll go down to the Legends. I said, Don. I said, man, Fly just called me, man, about the cry. I said, man, what is this about? I said, what is this about, him saying that you taking the speakers out of the No Name, and now you taking them over there to the Legend. Ray, that's my club. I do what I want. I said, well, I tell you what, you take that club and stick it up your redneck ass, because I quit. Hold up. I'm driving the man's car, right? You can edit that out.
You said it like that? You said it like that, man.
Exactly like that. And I quit right there, but I was in his car. So I had to leave in his car, but I turned the car in. So I called Larry them. And I told him, I said, he said, well, look, Ray, we'll pay you half your salary right now, all the way up to the club open. But and before they could do that, I there's this dude named Byron Cook used to own this club called it was it was uh it was down there on Winchester. Oh, it was on Rains. It was that Rains right before you get to Winchester. Liberto's. I don't know if you were old enough to remember Liberto's. And so they
Nah,
said
I don't
he
remember
was in the red, and when I come work for them, he knew I was going to Mr. B's, but would I come and work for him until I went to Mr. B's? And I
that.
said, yeah, man, he was one of the coolest little dudes I ever worked for. And I told him about the white boy was going to come on his car back, and he said, well, look, man, I'm gonna buy you a car, brand new Cadillac, and then when you get ready to leave, I'll pay you back whatever you got in it. I said, okay, cool. So that's what he did. When he bought me a brand new yellow Cadillac, I went to Liberto's, and then he didn't have no radio advertising, so I used the same thing. Liberto's, the club was class for you, the people was class. About two
Yeah,
weeks
yeah,
later, we was all over the radio because I was packing out down there. It was a small club. And
yeah.
yeah, man, I stayed down there about 2 or 3 months while they were building Mr. B. And then Larry and them called me about, it might have been 4 or 5 months, 6 months. You know, time go fast. About 6 months later, by the time Mr. B was getting ready, and said, Ray, we want to get you to, we about ready for you to sign Mr. B. We'll give you half the money, your paycheck, if you'll come work for us. And I told Ray, I said, Ray, he said, yeah, I'm in the black now, Ray. You got me packed out, you know. And the man gave me every dollar I had put in that Cadillac, give it back to him before I gave him the Cadillac. He was one of the coolest guys I ever worked for. I ain't charging him $600 a week because it was such a
Mm-hmm.
small club. But then Larry and
Mm-hmm.
them pay me $1,050 a week. They come give me the 500. So now I'm hiring everybody. I had Juicy J, I had DJ Paul, I had Squeaky. No, I had Squeaky. I had Fly. No, I had Fly. I had Sonny D. It was me, Sonny D, and the Mr. B. That's what it was. Before I started hiring everybody, and I was doing my
Gotcha.
commercials down there at Willie Mitchell Studio. You know, with Archie and Boo. And I
I,
got them.
I I heard those stories that you used to go down there and do your commercials.
Right in your hood. Yeah. And so I would go down there, and they was on a little bitty studio they had never been on the big studio in the back. And Pop
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell, he crazy about me, Pop. I said, look, I want Boo and Auntie to come up here in the studio. Pop, you go home at 7 o'clock, go up and lock it down. And I would pay to lock that studio down that night, and we go in there. We spent all night on 167 commercial. Boy, but it sounded like a record when we came out of there. You know how good they were. And this one,
Yeah.
they were just 15, 16 years old. So everybody was in that junior high school, high school. But look here, I treat everybody professional because they were professional. They
Yeah.
professional now. You know, I can only give them their break. I couldn't take credit for their talent, their success, But
Mm-hmm.
to make a long story short, man, and that's how. So I can't tell this story without Mr. B's being left out. And so that's I was with Mr. B's. Remember we bought Ice Tea to town back when he had 6 in the morning police that I know.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I was at Mr. B's when we bought uh what's the name of Eric B and Rakim. All
Ah.
that. Remember we
I,
used to bring them concerts to town when I was at Mr.
yeah.
B's. But
Yeah.
look here,
Yeah.
here's what packed Mr. B's out. Everything with me was about slogans. You know, I'm a promotions man. So I get in the studio with Sonny D, and we come out with this right here. Mr. B's, Mr. B's, Mr. B, B, B's, Mr. B's, Mr. B's. Man, we be driving down the street. It be little kids jumping rope to the commercial, man. You know,
Damn.
they have the best of the Rated J commercials out there for $10 a pop. Well, you can
I
record
remember. Hey, I remember that commercial too. I
Mr.
remember
B,
that Mr. B's, Mr.
Mr.
B's,
B,
Mr.
yeah.
B, B,
Yes,
B's. I
sir.
remember that.
We popped that Mr. B commercial, man, and so now these gangsters looking for me, right? Because I quit the no name. Now they starting to wop out. They ain't got nobody down there but just a DJ. I'm the hype man. So
Yeah.
I'm jumping from hotel to hotel, right? So they caught me up at the ninth end one time, and they cut. I was riding a convertible. I think I had a convertible Benz. They cut the top out the convertible. Leave me a message. They every day they beat me. They texting me. Uh, 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 you know. I'm gonna tell you the telephone number.
Don't tell me the telephone number.
For the no name. So they calling me, blow my phone, blow my phone. But I'm dodging them, hitting the hotel. So I did two commercials, one for K97 and one for 101. You know how
Mm-hmm.
you used to do it. Man, look, the K97 Ghost had lost my commercial. They had stopped. They never was playing my commercial. It was grand opening Friday night. I hadn't heard my commercial in 2 days. I'm down there beating on the back door, man. Dude can't even find my commercials.
Mm.
So now we got one on one. They were kind of weak back then. You know how it was. You know, you really couldn't do nothing without K97. Then I used to do both. You know how I used to be Al.
Yeah.
So man, I done got me a hotel room right there on Third Street. You know what them little hotel was? Well, you had
Yeah,
to
I know
just
what
come
you're
over
talking
here. I was sitting down there about to cry.
about. Damn.
Cause they ain't playing my commercial. I'm thinking we gonna walk out, right?
Yeah.
Hey, look here. So I jump in that Benz, man, and I come over that hill, man. And when I top that hill, you know where that light is right there on Third Street? Man, that whole hill, all you could see was cars. Look, they like they was all the way down to the casino, Al.
Mm.
I mean, they had
Nice.
that hill packed out. And for the whole time I was up there, we packed out that Mr. B's, man. So we got to have Mr. B's in there. It gave my career a boost. They was like the first family of Memphis, and you know what I'm saying. And them
Mm-hmm.
boys was down to earth, man. That whole family. I call their mama. I go jump in their pool at 3 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't nobody gonna say, I go to the ice box if I wanted to, you know. So you can't do it without putting Mr. B. I still consider them fam. You know, I ain't had no family in Memphis. So
Yeah.
they was the closest thing I had to fam. So I got to say salute to Mr. B. And you know I gotta say top of the E the skinny pimp. Cause he come all the way to Houston down there where I was. So my career didn't end the way most stories do, you know, because I kept reality in the view. So I still
Okay.
got things going on. And then here come the social media. They just blew me back up like the Goodyear blimp. You hear me? So go ahead, Al. I just had to throw them two in there.
Hey, man, y'all going in the chat. I'm checking it out. Okay, yeah, I do remember K-Rock passing in, when he was locked up. Let me stop this. I do remember K-Rock passing when he was locked up. You're right. I thought y'all, because I know y'all was asking about Droopy Drew, dog. Did anybody find out his situation? Because I know y'all was asking about him. Let me know what y'all found out, because I lost in the chat. I was doing something and I didn't get a chance to keep up with what was going on in the chat. Let me know what's happening with Droopy Drew, dog. Hey, listen, before I leave, I think I just want to do this for my Dolph fans. For my Dolph fans. I know I've been telling y'all for a long time, and I'm not going to show it all, just showing you a little bit, just a little bit. I've been telling y'all a long time that I got an interview with Young Dolph that I never released. And I'm about to give y'all a little bit, just a little bit of the interview. So I'm trying to get it together now so I could be able to show it to y'all. Give me a second. So this is an interview that I did with Young Dolph when I had a studio downtown on Main Street. He came downtown and did an interview with me. So there's a little bit. All my Dolph fans out there, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of this interview. Not all of it. But again, man, shout out to everybody, all our Memphis rappers that we lost. RIP to all our Memphis rappers that we lost, DJs, promoters, you know what I'm saying, jukers and gangster walkers, all of y'all. This is for y'all. Memorial to everybody. And definitely, at the end of the day, memorial to all the fallen soldiers. Because that's what Memorial Day is about. So, you know, to all our fallen soldiers. But let me play a little bit. Y'all ready for this? Just a little bit of Young Dolph. Just a little bit of Young Dolph interview. And then, like I said, at some point, I'm going to show y'all hold up. Let me switch it up. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Give me a second. I almost got y'all ready. A little piece of this Young Dolph interview. And then, where you at? Nope. Yes. All right, here we go. A little piece, as you can see, just so y'all won't think I'm flogging. I don't want you to think I'm flogging. But this is just a little piece, a little something from, again, this was at a studio that I had back in I think this was done back in 2011 or 12, somewhere around that time, 2011 or 12, somewhere around that time. The interview with Young Dolph, as you can see, here it is, just a little bit.
It's on you.
All right, so is at this. What was the last thing I asked? What was up? What was? And you probably. As you can tell, it's not edited.
Yeah.
Right now, it ain't been edited. So
my next
this
question
is
right now is it? Does Dolph has a crew right now that you know how everybody. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but sometimes people have like you know the people that they got coming up under it. If it is, you know what I'm saying, tell me a little bit about them.
Yeah, you know, I got a label, you know what I'm saying, it's Paper Route Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I got my artists. A lot of people they do shit and they do it just because, you know what I'm saying? But these folks, they like my family, you know what I'm saying? These ain't folks I just been like, ah, little nigga, you spitting, you little nigga, you this and that, this and that. All these niggas, they know me and I know them. We family. You know what I'm saying? Raw.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it the name of the crew or is that it's not a crew name? Just
no, know
just
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
paper route
Yeah,
entertainment.
you know what I'm saying? We a Paper Route Empire, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Tim Gates, you got Money Making Murder. You know what I'm saying? Raw, both of them. You know what I'm saying? All different styles. Everybody ain't sounding the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of them, everybody, raw.
Dig it.
You know what I'm saying? It's we finna get ready to drop a mixtape, and they finna drop solos. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you feel me? Y'all gonna be interviewing them next, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. And tell me a little bit about your Chi-Town connection.
Chi-Town, that's my home, man. Just like Memphis, you know what I'm saying? All love. That's why I was born there. You know what I'm saying? Cook County, shout out to the Chi, South Side. You know what I'm saying? 5th of May. Goddamn it, you know. Come on. You know what I'm saying? All my family up there. My mama, whole family up there. You feel me? My daddy, half of his family up there. You know what I'm saying? It's love. It's crazy just like that. Man, we can leave here, pull up in the park in Chicago right now and blow something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like here.
Well, Memphis always had a Memphis and Chicago
Memphis,
connection.
Chicago shit, yeah.
But
you know
you
what
are
I'm saying?
definitely, you know, from the hip hop game, we can say that Dolph is definitely our Memphis Chi-Town 100% connect.
Shout out to Chicago, man. You know what I'm saying? I was raised down here. You know what I'm saying? Did all my school shit and money making shit and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Here, my grandma came and got me when I was a little shawty. You know what I'm saying? My dad and mama. I was born up there. Me, all my brothers and sisters born up there. My grandma came and got me though. She like, goddamn it, come to Memphis. Been shit in Memphis ever since. Plotting on this goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? For real. Well, I'm always going back and forth to Chicago, like at random, back and forth. All my folks still up there, so you feel me?
For sure. All right, well, anything you want to end it with, you know?
Shit, well, man, look out for the goddamn, the hottest nigga Empire, Paper Route Empire, man, Money Making Murder, Young Dog, Tim Gates. You know what I'm saying? Mr. I Got Flavor.
Last but not least, where are all the places that anybody that's watching can get hold to Dolph, any kind of Dolph music?
Really, you can.
So I'm stopping right there. Man. I just had to give y'all a little bit, you know, because I know I always tell y'all that I got that interview, and that was the end of the interview right there, you know. But it's a long interview, real cool interview. This was early in his career. I think the Flavor song was probably one of the popular songs that he had at that time. And so, you know, it was still early in the career before it just popped off, you know, and the way we all know it popped off, you know what I'm saying? So it was early in the career. You know, he came, hung out with me, and it was a good look. And, yeah, so, again, man, RIP to all our fallen soldiers. Get in the chat, man. Get in the comments. Send some more shouts out to anybody that we didn't name yet. There's fallen soldiers from the Memphis rap scene. get in the comments and shout them out right now. You know, we need you to shout them out. And make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel and tell people about the Memphis Rap History every Sunday at 2:30, which you got Al Capone, Al Capizzi, oh boy. You can always go back and look at past interviews, past episodes. It's quite a few episodes. If you just not getting up on it and you need to catch up, go back and look at some of those old interviews and some of those old episodes of Memphis Rap History right here on this channel right here. Go check it out. Again, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe and tell somebody, man. Put somebody else up on it. Let them know what we got going on. Shout out to everybody that's in my community, in this Memphis Rap History community. Shout out to the whole class, man. Everybody that tune in every week. I'm way over 11 minutes over my hour so far, but I just wanted to give y'all that little extra, with Dolph. You heard the interview with my guy, Ray J. So it's almost like full circle. Ray J is in the beginning. Dolph came in and brought in a whole new era of Memphis rap that's we seeing this shining right now to this day. So it just shows you that I've been here. Your guy Al Capizzi, man. I've been here from the beginning and still here representing the scene, man. And that's what it is. And I ain't no stop. And I'm always make sure my people get their love, and we gonna always make sure our people get their love like they supposed to. Let me set this one last thing up, and then we gonna get up out of here. You feel me? Where you at? I hate when I look. Oh, there it is. Boom. All right, man, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. You got Al Capone, Al Capizzi, oh boy, stay tuned. I'm gonna be out the country next week. So I'm going to try to go live from the country that I'm going to be in. I don't even want to say what country I'm going to be in, but I'm going to be out of the country next weekend. And, I'm going to see if I can go live. If I can go live, then I'll let y'all know where I am. If I'm not able to go live, I'm going to try to have something up for you to check out. If not, I'll be back the next Sunday and definitely going live. So, once again, 100 salute to all my people in the chat, man. Shout out to Twan, shout out to DJ Dirty, shout out to 666 Soldier, Tennessee Takeover. I see y'all just having a good chat in there, man. Dig that, man. Much love to y'all. I'm up out of this joint. Man, Chi-Town, love, you hear me? It's all gravy, baby. It's Al Capone, Al Capizzi. Oh, boy. Yes, sir. It's Al Capone, Al Capizzi. Oh, boy. Yeah. New logo too, man. Hey. Shout out to my guy Trackman. Hook me up with that new logo. Hey. Salute. Yeah.